Hello everybody, my name is Tom or Blaze FM and welcome to this Football Manager 2017 video with Honved. Now you may recognise me from last year's save with Bromley, but I decided to discontinue that series at the end of season 2 because I was struggling with university and trying to get the grades I needed to get a 2-1, which is what I ended up graduating with. I've since moved on to a master's degree. I'm studying cancer pharmacology at the University of Bradford, but I found myself with more time on my hands than I expected, so I thought I'd make a return to YouTube. And now I chose Honved because the famous Puskas used to play for them. Look at their club information. He should be on the Legends list. There he is. Farinik Puskas. I've probably butchered that. If I've butchered that and you are from Hungary, I do apologise. I know absolutely nothing about Hungarian football. So why have I chosen to do this save? Well, I don't really know. Question marks all over the place. I've just reset my preferences, so it's going to get very, very frustrating. But let's have a look at the squad. Let's take a look at their best player, which is their goalkeeper, who's actually looks like he could be a decent goalkeeper. I'd possibly put him on probably as a championship level, possibly pushing lower ranges of the Premier League stats wise. He looks very promising. We've got a very good winger here, enough pace. He's very, very well rounded, as you can see there by the circle. My goals with this save is to take Honved back to the top of the Hungarian Division 1, because they are just expected to avoid relegation, and to be honest, they should be towards the top and hopefully trying to push for the European qualification. But to qualify for the Champions League, we have to win the league, which isn't going to happen this season. Maybe possibly next. This is a long-term save. Progression may be quite slow, but hopefully we can achieve the goal of winning the Champions League, which is where I want to finish this save. And maybe then we'll turn it into a sort of journeyman save, because I was wanting to do a journeyman save this year. We're going to start with Honved. Other people are doing journeyman saves, such as Dr. Benji will be doing one. I think Lockerlake is doing one. So I just wanted to stand out from the crowd. So we're going to take on a European giant and try and progress them further on up the league. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through all of pre-season. If there's any transfers, I shall let you know previous to our first game, which I will come back for against Videoton. I am going to butcher so many names this season. Talk to you soon. Welcome back. It's been a very quiet transfer window. We are currently over our wage budget. We were over our wage budget before we even started the transfer window, which means I haven't had any room to manoeuvre. People keep coming in for the players. I'm not going to let people go because I'm perfectly happy with the squad that we've got. The only transfer that we were able to make was this 18-year-old. Just some of my scouts picked up with a bit of potential. I kind of agreed with him. He's probably not going to become anything special, but it was just a player to bring in who may play a few games on a really, really cheap wage. He has got some good stats like tackling at 11 and his work rate, his acceleration. So he's not a completely mute buy, but there's certainly better players than him, and he'll probably be around until the end of next season, and then see out. To be honest, he'll probably leave at the end of the year when he's seeing out his contract. But anyway, let's get into today's game then against Videoton, like a video but with ton on the end. Videoton. If you do know how to pronounce this, please do let me know in the comment section below. So today's team, we're going to go for Sandor Nagy in goal. A guy who I pointed out at the very start of the episode as probably the best player at the club. He's picking up the #1 shirt. Right back, we are going with Andrea Botka, not Botaka. He's a Leeds player. Well, he was a Leeds player, but it's Charlton at the moment. He looks quite good. He's got good acceleration, good pace, good crossing, good dribbling, which I like on my fullbacks. I like him to push further forwards. He's good at tackling and good at marking. Centre-back pairing of Ivan Lovric. He isn't great. I did look to bring in some new centre-backs because the centre-backs at the club are just quite simply not good enough. But with the wage budget that we are over and trying to get players in on loan, there just weren't the quality there that we're going to improve us. So I decided to stick with what we've got instead of twisting. Then we're going with Bobola at the other centre-back position, suggesting playing him as a defensive centre-back, but so far in my experience on FM this year, that hasn't been too successful, so I'm just going to stick with the tried and tested central defender role, but he does fit the role quite well. Concentration's a bit lacking, his determination of 4 is pretty worrying, but he is only 20 and he does have room to improve. I'd probably get him tutored by the other centre-back who has 6 determination, so they can improve it a tiny little bit. Left back, we're going with Barath. Again, he's a very, very good... to be honest, he's got good stats to play centre-back. We're going to put him as left back and just have him to defend. That is his job in this team. Defend, not push forward. Just sit back. We're going with Patrick Hiddett in the midfield. A good ball-in midfielder. Although it doesn't suggest that he is comfortable in the role, that's where we're going to employ him. He's got great marking, fantastic tackling, good positioning and good work rate. Central midfield pairing of Gazdag. Good passing, good vision, good first touch. I'm not even going to pronounce that. Lorinksy. I think he's Lorinksy. We're going to call him Lorinksy. Might end up naming him. Right wing, we're going with Lanza Farmer, I think. I did originally look to sell this guy because he's on 2.1k a week. Who, if we have a look at contracts, he's far and away the highest earner in the side. So I did look to sell him, but then before I went through with selling him, I tried to replace him. And to be honest, I couldn't get anyone in who was as good as or better. So I decided to keep him. Just for the simple fact that I just couldn't replace him. And if we were to let him go, it'd be a much weaker side. On the left side, we're going with Balazi. Again, he looks quite good. He's alright. Will probably be replaced. And then up front, we're going with Epel. I suggest he'd be a target man, but I don't like playing a lone target man, so we're going to play him as an advanced forward, and he does have the stats to fit that role. So let's get into today's game. I've taken my jumper off. Too hot. This is recorded sometime later. Had to go do a few things. Parents are in the other room. Try to be quiet. So yeah, let's get the league table up so we can see what's going on. I wouldn't expect too much from this first game. Basically, the tactic. Oh, as we have just taken the lead, I'll explain the tactic in a second. Basically, the tactic, as you can see on the match stats, is to keep the ball, because we are probably one of the worst teams in the division. So my idea is if we keep the ball and stop the opposition from having the ball, then they can't score. So I've literally got everyone to pass short, apart from the centre backs and the keeper. Shoot less, just keep possession, and hopefully score beautiful goals like that. The positioning from their keeper there was questionable at best, which is just standard on this Football Manager. It seems as they have a free kick here and they've levelled it up through Marko Skivapovic. I have got no chance with these names. But yeah, a draw at home wouldn't be the end of the world. Like I said during the video, we were expected to finish mid-table, one spot above relegation. So anything better than that is a bonus, as Balvidis have got the ball here. Passed it through for Epel, which wasn't a short ball, but we'll take it because it's got him through on goal. Half chance is an argument to say that he should be scoring that, but he hasn't. They have now got a free kick, but we've won the ball back. Bolver's running through here. Hopefully going to take on his man, but he's going to pass it short. Short again. And we have scored. Gazadag there with the goal. I believe he's our midfielder. As the series goes on, I will know where these players play, and hopefully be able to give more detailed commentary. So at the moment, I'm a bit lost with the players as much as you are. I know the right winger and striker. He was our centre mid. So that was a good half, yeah. 2-1 in the lead. You're telling them that things are going well. Telling them that they weren't that bad. Just basically doing all the things that you need to do to keep the morale up, because it feels like this game has gone more back towards FM 14. Was it 14 or 15 that was just morale manager? If you had good morale, you could beat some teams pretty comfortably. As they've picked up a foul there, is that going to be a straight red card? It is going to be a straight red card, and they are down to 10 men, which puts us favourites to win the game at this point. taking a lead. They're down to 10 men. Just going to go into control. Hopefully see out the rest of this game. We've been the dominant side, which is surprising considering the strength of our side compared to this. I'm going to bring on Mark Kostver. He's a 19-year-old. Bit of potential. He's pretty quick. Good crossing. Hopefully we're going to get some good stuff out of him this season. Shoot him out on the left-hand side. Is there anybody else that's tired? Kinzer could possibly come off. Yeah, we'll bring him off and bring on Nagy. Nagy's one of those jack of all trades type midfielders. He's not natural in the advanced playmaker, but and to be fair, his vision is pretty terrible. But we're just going to stick with it. We're in the lead. Just bring on some fresh legs in the middle of the park, which is always beneficial. As we've got a free kick here, whip the ball in, and that's an own goal. That is a pretty incredible own goal. What happened here? So Lanza Fama with the free kick lobbed in, and he's just gone to strike it. And let's have a look at that again. Slow it right, pause it, slow it right down, and see what he did. See, the ball is coming in. He's just kicked it against his own defender, and it's just gone in. Did he kick it against the defender? I think he did. No, he didn't. It came off this guy, and it's just gone into the back of the net. Well, we'll take that every day of the week. Let's speed this back up again during the highlights. So Hadzik on the ball, looking forward for their number 9. They're still playing a 4-4-2 by the looks of things. As they're going to miss this here, they've just scored. So what have they done? They've gone narrow. Okay. Not really sure what to do about that, so we're going to stick with the way it is. The dog has just opened the door. Is he going to join us? Will the dog join us? Find out next time on Honved save. Honved save. They're not going to score here, are they? Fiola on this right wing, driving forwards. Oh, he's fine. He's funny. Got me a little mascot in corner. My little mascot look, got me. I'll show you. Yeah. There he is. There's a little mascot. Hopefully we can see this game out. We have the ball. Nagy. Sorry, that camera movement was absolutely terrible. If that comes out terrible on the video, I do apologise. So I'll show you my dog. It's where he sits, right next to me. Laffam to Nagy. Can Nagy grabs a goal here? Nagy has grabbed us a goal. And that is 4-2. And that is going to be a game over. 3 points. A fantastic start to the season considering we are one of the worst teams in the league. Without a shadow of a doubt, we just don't have the players. Nagy. Through on goal there. Kovacic can't get it. It's a very good hand to it. Which keepers are terrible on this FM. If you've played it at all yourself, you'll just know that some of the blunders are absolutely dreadful. We're going to get a 5th here. No, we're not. It's going to be a highlight, but we'll just see it out probably. Fiola on the ball here. Looking forward for Fekas is in. Marco, I can say Marco. Marco's a good name. Stapira. Ball across. Arnie is offside, and the ref is going to bring it to an end, I assume. Seeing as we kick it upfield, which doesn't even happen. It ends 4-2, and that is an absolutely fantastic win. Yeah, let's see where Videon were predicted to finish. They're predicted to finish 2nd, and we've just beaten them, albeit at home. But that is a fantastic result. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to play a few games, and where the table looks interesting, we'll come back and we'll do another video. So if you have enjoyed this episode of Honved, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to call this series. It'll have a name by the time you've seen this video. So if you have enjoyed it, please do drop a like on the video. It really does help the channel out. If you're excited to see me back also, a like would be lovely. I have been Tom. Thank you very much for watching. I'll speak to you later. Bye.